Robert's cool. Robert's awesome. Robert has a big dick, which I would never know about.
Yeah, all right. Who's going to do the intro?
You did. I did that sound.
All right, welcome to another episode of Super Messed Up Bros. My name is Manny.
My name is Angel.
My name is Robert. Hey, how's it going?
Your name is Simp.
No, actually, I got a new nickname.
What's your new nickname?
Bobby.
Bobby? Why?
I don't fucking know. It just
Bobby
happened.
Schmurder?
Bobby Schmurder? Nah.
Is that why?
It just happened out of nowhere. Like
Bobby. Where did Bobby come from? Robert. Oh, that makes sense. Bobby and Robert.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know Robert? They nicknamed him Bob?
Yeah. No, I'm a little bit slow. Anyways, this guest is one of my friends from one of my old jobs. I'll go ahead and let you introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Robert.
No, you already did that, bro.
Yeah, we already got past this. This is Bobby, all right? Just move on.
Bobby.
Yeah, tell us a little about yourself.
My name is Bobby.
My name is Bobby. I got games on my phone.
Who does it? I got several games on my phone.
I got several games on my phone.
What else you got?
Google me, bitch.
Yeah, just Google me.
Google me. I got games.
You know where that's from?
No, where's that from?
From Four Christmases. Google me, bitch, when he's beating
Is that
up
with Vince Vaughn?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in
I haven't
forever.
seen it.
Anyways,
All right, so you're going to tell me this crazy story?
yeah, it's not that crazy, but I mean, it's a little bit of betrayal. Would you consider it like a betrayal?
No. Betrayal, maybe, but at the end, it was just nothing really.
Yeah. Okay, so I know this guy Robert because we basically worked together at Subway, and we were pretty cool. We've been like right off the bat, we were pretty cool, right?
Yeah, like
we
the
got
first
along
day.
pretty well, and then we became friends, and then whatever, and then it's always a girl that has to intervene that kind of makes everything complicated between friends, and for a while. If you ask me, man, it got a little hostile for like a week.
And if you ask me, I don't think it got hostile at
Of
all.
course you would say that, but you know what? Me and her both picked up on it that you were pretty hostile.
Really?
What happened?
I met this guy, Robert. We're working at
Oh, okay.
Subway.
I was like, whoa, wait, what?
No.
So I met this guy. He asked for a 6-inch, and I thought he was asking me for my dick at first.
4-inch.
2 inch on a good day.
That doesn't make sense. Anyways, so I mean, it's just classic.
So you met this guy, and then?
No, fuck you. So me and Robert become friends. We're working at Subway, and then into the equation, there's a girl. One day, some girl applies, and in the beginning, I'm rooting for Robert to kind of talk to her. You know, I'm like, hey, she's pretty cute. You should talk to her. But of course, at the time, I don't know now, but he had no balls. I don't know.
No, I had none.
I don't know if it's still the same situation, but at the time he had no balls, and I was like, bro, she's pretty cute. Just talk to her. And then, sure enough, she gets hired. And then, I don't think you worked with her.
I didn't work with her on her first day. I think it was like the day after.
Then that was the day that I worked with her, because when she comes in, and I know you liked her because you were telling me that you were gonna talk to her. It was one of those things where your friends are telling you like, go talk to her, and you're like, yeah, I'll do it. You know.
That's pretty much what we always did with Angel.
Yeah. But this is worse. But because of me.
There's no way it could have been worse than Angel's.
He made it worse.
Yeah. So then we're like, keep in mind, I'm encouraging Robert to go talk to this person. Mm-hmm. I'm pushing for these two people to come together. I'm the one that's forcing it. I'm the one that's trying to orchestrate something, to happen. So on her first day, not her first day, but the first day that I worked with her, she comes in, and I'm kind of teaching her what to do. And then when it's dead, it's like always like small talk, you kind of just talking. And I tell her right off the bat, I'm like, hey, there's already someone here that likes you. You know,
That's not how you do it.
I know, but that's how I do it.
No. Tell him that you switch names.
Oh, that's true.
He said that he was me and I was him.
So on the first day
That's awesome.
that she worked with me, I was like, "Hey, my name's Robert," and then you know what? I was like, "Hey, my name's Robert," and then I was telling her like, "Have you worked with Angel yet?" And she was like, "No," and I was like, "Fuck that guy. He's crazy. He has crazy hair." It was me. I was just describing myself basically. He's ugly. He has crazy hair. He's annoying. You don't want to work with that guy. But I'm Robert. And the whole day I kept telling her like, "My name's Robert, by the way." And I remember her. She was like, "I know you've told me like several times already." And I'm like, just making sure that you know that I'm Robert. Anyways, I think I told her, I was like, "This guy Angel likes you." And then I think that same day you were scheduled to work, but later, like once I leave, you come in and then you pick up the training. So then right before I eventually admitted that I was Angel, but I was like, Robert's actually the one that really likes you. I don't know if you liked her at the time, but because I wanted to play Cupid and orchestrate something, I was like really pushing the bar.
What was your technique? I don't understand what your
My technique was, I didn't have a technique. I was basically just trying to aggressively force something to happen.
He was just trying to see if something can happen.
Yeah. So,
but how is? I'm Robert, by the way.
Nah, that's just who I am. I'd like to fuck around way too much. That had nothing to do with the plot. It was just me fucking around. But anyways, she kind of started to confide in me, and she was like, "I'm a little nervous," because I eventually told her, I was like, "I'm not Robert. Robert's gonna be the one that's gonna come in, that's gonna train you." And I was like, "But I think he likes you, so you should probably talk to him," because, like I said, I was really trying to orchestrate this to happen. I don't know why. I just wanted it to happen so bad, just to feel like I did something courageous.
When I came in though, she stayed so far away from me, and she was like right behind Angel the whole time.
Yeah, because you know what? Right off the bat, she kind of latched on to me because I don't know why, but
she felt comfortable with you.
She felt more comfortable with me, but who wouldn't? I'm a fucking idiot. You know, I'm not a threat. I'm not a cool guy of an ass. So who wouldn't feel comfortable with an ass? But I remember I was telling her, I was like, "Hey, he's about to come in. You should just talk to him, get to know him, because he's a pretty cool guy." Because in the end, I was really trying to hook it up. And then sure enough, once you got there, I remember the tension was high.
Tension was stupid high.
It was crazy. Like everything was quiet. And keep in mind, I was an observer. You know, I kind of took a step back from the situation, and I was just looking at everything happen between these two. And there was no spark, no fire, no flame.
Keep in mind, too, I didn't know any of this was happening.
Yeah, I didn't tell him anything.
Nothing.
So she already knew that he liked her, but he didn't know that she knew that.
Yeah, he honestly was, he had the blindfold on still. He had no idea what was going on. No, but I told you. I remember I was like, "Hey, I told her that you like her, and just talk to her." Do you remember I pulled you aside?
Yeah, you did.
I pulled you aside and I was like, "Hey, I already told her you like her, so just talk to her. I'm about to leave. I'm going to clock out. I already did half of the work for you. Hit a home run." You know?
Right. And then he left. No talking anywhere.
Really? No talking at all?
I tried doing the small talk and everything, and she'd go like, "Yeah."
But you know what? The next time I worked with her, she told me that she might like you. That she was a little bit nervous. And that's typically what happens when two people are shy and they're kind of put in a situation where they're together.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of tension. It's a little bit of awkwardness. And unfortunately, this story doesn't have a sweet ending because everything went totally sideways.
It was my fault. It was a plot twist.
It's a plot twist for sure. But okay, so fast forward a couple days. Every time I worked with her, I was always talking to her, trying to push it push her to go forward with Robert. I'm like, Robert's cool. Robert's awesome. Robert has a big dick, which I would never know about. But I mean, that's what you just do.
Did you really tell her that?
Yeah.
Angel would say the weirdest stuff to her just to like be the best wingman.
Yeah, anything possible in the book of wingmen to say, I said, just to kind of make it happen. And I just wanted it to happen, but the twist is, because I kept talking to her every day and getting to know her, I ended up liking her.
All right, and here's the weird thing about it. Because once he started liking her, me and her started getting along together.
Okay, but this is the thing. Do you remember when I told you out? Because it was probably like the third day of you working with her, and I was like, bro, if you don't make a move, I'm going to eventually make a move. Do you remember I told you that?
And I said, go for it.
He told me go for it. So this is where it gets tricky, because me and him are friends, and there's a girl that we both like, and I don't know what's moral at this point, because the way I see it, I basically gave him like an ultimatum, like if you don't go for it, I'm gonna go for it. So I'm basically
you broke the
being
bro
up.
code.
Is it breaking the
You
bro
broke
code?
the bro code, yeah.
How, if you're basically telling someone?
Because you knew that he liked her.
No, but how would I know that if he's telling me?
That's
like
if
go for
you
it?
broke up with a girl and then your best friend was like, so you don't mind if I date her now, right?
No, that's nothing like it, because he never dated her.
Yeah, but you knew he liked her.
Yeah, but I started to like her.
Honestly, like I saw the tension between them two. I just saw the connection. I was like, you know what, man, just go for it. I mean,
but that's around the same time where you guys, because I remember when I started to like her, it felt like you guys were really close.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Once like he started showing attention to her, she went for me.
Yeah, and it's just very weird, because it's like no matter what, none of us could win, right? Because when you like her, she was more focused on me, and then when I started to like her, she started getting focused on you. So it had us both like kind of, I wouldn't say resenting, because I never hated you, but I remember a time where I wasn't working, like I had the day off, and me and her were texting, and she was like, you should come visit me. And I was like, yeah, I'll go. So then I went, and then I remember
I already know where this is going.
I remember as soon as I came in, Robert was like, Angel, what are you doing here? You know, like
he's back there with the bread. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Basically, right? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you know that she's a lesbian right now?
Here's the weird thing. Every girl that
Maybe
I feel
she
like
was a lesbian and she thought you were a girl.
Every girl
No.
I feel like I've gotten
Maybe it was the
attracted
hair.
to.
Huh?
I feel like every girl I've gotten attracted to and I've like either dumped or just like left alone, for some reason went lesbian.
But you knew this, right?
Yeah, I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've dated 2 girls that became lesbian.
Yeah. But anyways, back to the story. What was I saying?
You went outside?
You went outside.
I went outside because I felt a lot of tension. It was like a very alpha male. Like one of us was going to be the alpha male, and we're both fighting for it. So once I show up, because she texted me to show up, I could tell that it affected your guys' vibe, and I didn't know what to do. So I just went outside, and she started texting me. She was like, "Come inside. Stop being like that. Like just come in here." But what was she telling you that day?
Honestly, she wasn't even telling me anything. She was just talking to me, but on her phone, which I guess she was just talking to you.
Yeah, she was just more focused on me to come inside.
See?
But I remember I eventually went in, and I can tell how annoyed you were, man. Like, let's just be real. Like, I can tell how annoyed you were that I was there. Am I wrong in stating that?
I think I was a little annoyed, but
Why? What was so annoying?
I
The
think
fact
because
that
we
I
were
showed
like, because what, like you said, like he was getting it on for both of us, and then boom, he comes in.
up. Okay, but
I mean, like you weren't even supposed to work.
now let me go back a little bit and just bring up, what did you tell me when I said, if you don't make a move, I'm gonna make a move? What did you tell me?
Have at it.
Have at it. Does that sound like permission to go ahead and go for it? Well, why would you do that? Well, you said that I can do that. Well, I wasn't really okay with that.
Alex does that to me.
You were just being like a chick, okay? And guys are not supposed to read between the lines, because guys are supposed to be direct. And especially when you're talking to one of your guys, be direct with him.
Yeah, but it's bro code that you don't ask, hey, so you struck out, so you mind if I That's a dick move.
Okay, you know what? I'll own up to that, and I'll say that was a pretty dick move. But you know what? None of us are with her.
Okay,
so
then,
it's okay.
All right, but there was more tension though. Like I want to say a week after.
Refresh my memory.
When all three of us were there, and you were washing dishes, and we were making fun of your shoes.
I kind of remember, but I don't remember.
Okay, so he was washing dishes, and me and this girl were making fun of her.
I kind of remember. Okay,
Wait, is this the same girl?
Yeah.
It's the same girl. Me and her were making fun of his shoes because I don't know what type of shoes he's wearing.
It was boots.
I don't think it was boots. I think it was like Walmart loafers or something.
Oh, like these. The ones I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Check it out.
But like,
Put them up to the camera.
They were
take your shoe off and put it up to the camera.
Okay, but like the ones he were wearing were like years.
For clarity.
They were like years old. Like the stains of like water and everything were on them and everything.
I've had to go buy Angel shoes before because it's like
I know he does.
He will wear them until
they're I will wear shoes until they're completely, utterly unwearable. And I mean that as in like they look like shit. Like I stole them from. It looks like if a homeless person stole them off a homeless person that's been homeless for like 50 years.
I think the shoes that he was wearing, the whole bottom part was ripped off. You can see the bottom of his foot.
I've bought him shoes before, and then caught him wearing the ugly shoes that made me decide to go buy him shoes.
Okay, but anyways, so we were taking photos of him, of his shoes. And
I remember.
He just was pissed. I don't know. Like
I was mad at you because I felt like
you're embarrassing me in front of her.
I feel like it's cool that you're here now because we can finally admit to things and what was going on through our minds at the time. And I remember that day. And at the time, I felt like you were trying to ridicule me because you were trying to impress her and be funny and put me down.
He was trying to bring you down here, so he was up here.
So he can go up here. And I was getting mad because at
move.
that point, we both liked her. And we were both trying to get her attention and be, the cool one. And he beat me that day. He made me look like a ass. And I got so mad that I don't remember what I told you. Do you remember?
Okay, she left. She clocked out, she left and everything, and it was just me and Angel. I was trying to talk to Angel like, hey, what's wrong? Why are you wearing them shoes still?
What did I say? I remember I was mad, but I don't remember.
He was cutting boxes and he was like, nah, fuck off, leave me alone. He was like, nah, fuck off, quit talking to me.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I was like,
cool.
Okay.
I don't remember what I said, to be honest. But I remember I exploded on you, man. I remember I straight up just told you everything. But what did I say? I don't remember.
No, and then after that, I was like, just come on, Angel. What's wrong? What's really wrong? And then you were just giving me this whole lot like, oh, yeah, I like her, but it seems like you're just making me go down with her.
Basically what I just explained. No. Because she was cool. She was a pretty cool chick.
But yeah, after that, I was just like, no, you can have her, man. Like, for real. I mean, I'll be your wingman and everything. I mean, I'm sorry if I made fun of your shoes, but I mean, you know how I am. I live the fashion life, but when I saw his shoes,
this guy's stupid. Like, he buys like $200 shoes.
I have the Travis Scott shoes that I paid $700 for.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this guy is like with money. Like he tries to live a very lavish life with his money on a Subway payroll.
Yeah, how do you afford the $700 Travis Scott shoes working at Subway?
I had no bills.
He would save up.
I would save up. I mean, obviously, I had a plan for them. I saved up, and I think it was like my anniversary there, like 1 year anniversary at Subway. I was like, fuck it. I mean, let me go buy something.
I would wear like the $20 shoes, and he would wear like the $700 shoes.
There's a big gap between like the shoes that you should be wearing to work.
Yeah, well, I mean, you shouldn't be wearing $700 shoes to work.
Exactly, he's wearing $700 shoes, and you're wearing.
Explain yourself.
Your $20 shoes are worth nothing by the way you're wearing them.
Explain yourself right now.
I mean, I like shoes. I mean,
let's progress with the story because I feel like this story has every twist.
What time are we at over there?
I can't see. I'm blind.
21 minutes.
Anyways, so let's just keep it short and fast, simple.
All right.
She was like that. She would just straight up come up to me and she was like, "Do you want to see me in my underwear?" And I'm like, "Yes."
See, and then when I realized that, like, I feel like I made the right move because I mean, if she's doing that to anybody, like you weren't even dating her, like. she probably would have just done that to somebody else.
Yeah, true. But at the time, like,
I feel like she was just bored at work.
you get blind. Anyways,
fucking stupid blind.
So, point is, she's basically flirting with me, and there was this one time where I think I told you, where I got a marker and I drew a smiley face on her ass on her jeans, and she got so mad and she was like, "I just bought these jeans. You're gonna clean these jeans right now." And I was like, "No problem." So I got a rag, and I started wiping it away from her jeans. But it was basically me wiping her ass. Yeah, not wiping her ass.
Tell me that.
But then she starts like moving her ass and like wiggling it in my face, and she's just flirting. She's the biggest flirt I've ever met in my life, basically. And one day, and I know you remember this. One day, I don't remember what I think I texted you. I was like, "Hey, does she have a boyfriend?" And you were like, "Yeah, like she has some guy on her lock screen." I said it backwards. Screen lock. Do you remember?
I think I do. I don't know who. Like, I don't remember. I remember seeing some dude, but
on her lock screen.
Yeah.
So basically, this girl, she was basically just how would you say it? Like, she was gaslighting me.
She was leading you on.
Yeah, but what is gaslighting?
I don't know. I've never heard that.
What's gaslighting? That's like your generation kind of talk.
Fuck if I know. I don't know.
How old is he?
That.
How old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
I'm 18.
18. He's 18.
Are you really 18?
Yeah.
You're lying.
No, he's 18.
You're 18?
Yeah, when I was like, when was I working there? Like 25. You were like what? Like 17? Yeah, he's like 18.
Oh, okay.
But he's a pretty good dude.
Yeah, because when you threw me off and you were like, that's more of your generation.
How old do I look?
I thought you were like the same age as us.
No, he's like, he just...
We can go by that.
Anyways,
all right, let's change the topic already. We're 25 minutes in.
Actually,
we're halfway done with the show. And
I actually want to talk about that cake you guys made me. Do you remember that shitty cake you made me?
When we went to
It was my birthday,
Applebee's?
and like every worker there was going to go to Applebee's.
This is the first time in my entire life that I made a cake for a guy.
Somehow I don't believe that.
No, it's the truth. The first time in my life I ever made a cake for a guy. But you know what? The ulterior motive was because I was making it for this girl. It always leads back to this girl. This girl, man, I'm telling you, like, I know it doesn't make sense to you, but this girl caused me and him a lot of problems.
Every thought in his head was this girl.
Yeah. But
Did you ever meet her?
No, you never met her.
Okay, but this cake was 2 layers. I don't know how we did it. 2 layers, but one was all clumpy on one side, and the other one looks like someone just mashed the shit out of it.
You know why we made that cake? The only reason why I wanted to make that cake is so that me and her can decorate it together, because I was just trying to get close to her.
Some pink ass.
So I didn't give a fuck how it turned out. It could look like shit for all I care. I just wanted to do something with her. So
and we took that shit to Applebee's and everything.
Yeah, we went to Applebee's for work, because you know how some jobs they like take you out on a treat for like the holidays or something. Mm-hmm. We went to Applebee's and I just got drunk that day. Do you remember? Do you remember when I drove you home and I was just...
Dude, he fucking drove me home and he would go like this. He would drink and be like, "I'm drunk as shit." And he would purposely like move lanes and shit.
This is when I had.
But you were joking though, right?
No, I was drunk.
Really drunk?
What car was it?
Oh my gosh!
What was the car that you gave me? It was the Marquise.
Not fucking.
When I had the Marquise at the time. Yeah, I was drinking like hardcore.
He's like, "I'm drunk as shit," and he would like right after he said that, he would like from the third lane all the way to this one just in one thing, like.
No, I wasn't swerving, bro.
I thought it was a joke at first, but now that you're saying it.
But I wasn't swerving.
And I gave him that car.
Yeah.
Shit, I loved that car, actually.
I let him drive it. I let him drive it in the parking lot and practice. And I remember I would tell you, like, go repark my car for me.
I think he punched the shit out of me because I was doing a donut in it.
Yeah, I let him. You were like, what?
Because it's back heavy, right?
Yeah.
16 at the time?
Yeah.
And he was barely like learning how to drive, and I was trying to be like an older brother to him, and I'm like, go ahead, here's my keys, can you just repark my car for me? And then sure enough, I mean, we're looking out the window to see how he's doing, and he starts doing donuts like he's like this NASCAR driver, and I'm like, what the fuck, like my tires,
my car.
And everybody else is looking out that window too, like.
And that was the one and only time I let you because he blew it right away.
Hey, it was worth it, I believe.
No.
He saw an opportunity. He took it.
Yeah, but he blew it. You don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah, you don't do donuts in somebody's car when they tell you, "Hey, you want to help me park it?"
I told them, "You want to just park it for me real quick?" You don't take the keys and go do donuts, and that's biting the hand that feeds you. You know, you're so it's like, well,
I
fuck
saw
you
the
then.
opportunity, I took it. I was like, shit, you gonna let me drive? All right, let's see how this goes.
That's crazy. That
He's like, well, next time, be a little more clear
on how you want me to park it.
Well, it's crazy because if that's the kind of mindset you have, I don't know why you never shot your shot with Automati. If you, well, what were we saying? I don't even remember what I was trying to say.
See how this leads back to this girl?
Yeah, I know.
No.
No, but I don't know. I never shot it because I always saw you guys both together all the time. So it just.
But we're over that. I forgot what I was trying to say, but it made sense in my head. Basically, how you were saying, if you're gonna go for it. Anyways, let's move forward.
All right. What other stories do you have?
What stories do you have?
I just barely met this guy.
What about my job right now?
Oh yeah, let's talk about your job.
Do you know what I do right now?
No clue.
So what are you doing right now?
I'm Peter Piper. Yeah.
Yeah, he just told you this.
They don't know that. We just did a reshot.
Yeah, but that was a genuine question.
No, well, anyway, I was just doing it for continuity.
No, you forgot what he told you 20 minutes ago.
I knew he was working at Peter Piper.
All right.
Because his brother told me like a year ago. Anyways, I was just doing it just for the podcast. Moron. Okay. Anyways, what I'm doing right now, man, is I'm going around and picking up dead bodies.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
That's cool.
No way. I want to do that shit.
It's not cool, bro. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm working for funeral homes and I'm picking up deceased bodies, either from a resident or like a hospital.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing is, like, let's say it's at a resident, I'll go to the house and there's so much family there that they're crying or they're just, saying their goodbyes. And I kind of have to wait in the background until they're done. And then I have to wrap them up. And sometimes it's not as easy as you think. Like sometimes like their body's decaying already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or there's this one story that I have already in mind. There was this one time where I got a call to go pick up a body at someone's house. And when I got there, like the whole family was there. They were crying, they were saying their goodbyes. I mean, it's not a happy environment.
Yeah,
it's never going to be a happy environment because, someone's losing their loved one. So you're never going to go and it's going to be peaches and cream. It's always going to be this very down situation, It's just the environment is always sad, so you have to do your best to be in high spirits, and kind of reassure the family that everything's going to be okay. But anyways, I went to this house one time and the whole family was there. And once we went into the room where the body was, we had to go through the procedures. What you do is you get like a tag and you write their name and what funeral home they're going to and you put it around their leg. And then you have to put it around their leg. And then when I lifted up the blankets, because usually when the family has them at their home, they usually have them like in blankets, like they're asleep or something. And once I lifted up the blanket, there was blister after blister after blister on the leg. So
oh my God.
I always wanted to do something like that, or like the cleanup crew. Even the cleanup crew.
We're always hiring, bro. If you want to shoot your shot, go for it.
Shit. If you give me a place to stay, I don't live over here.
How do you assure the family that it's gonna be okay?
You just tell them that, look, first we ask them if they made an appointment with the funeral home. And if not, we tell them that we were hired through this funeral home. So they'll basically give you a call tomorrow. Or if it's like today, like for instance, today I was at work and funeral homes aren't open on Sundays. So you have to go ahead and tell them, you know what, we'll go ahead and give you a call on Monday. And so you can go ahead and set up the arrangements and how you're going to proceed, for the funeral. But a lot of the times you're dealing with people that are crying, so you have to kind of reassure them that they're in a better place. We're going to take care of the body,
Yeah, I see. That's tough.
But this story is it's a little out there. So we, like I said, back to the story. We went to a house. The family's there. They're crying. What we have to do is we have to tell them. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the body. Is it okay if we use the sheets from the bed to wrap up the body? Because they're just in blankets, you know. Mm-hmm. So we have to ask them if we can use the sheets underneath. So we kind of pull them over and kind of wrap them up like they're like in a little bag, you know, but it's sheets. Yeah. And they were like, yeah, that's fine. And then we went ahead and started doing that. And then once we kind of lifted up the sheets, we got this like weird smell. And then we kind of just pushed through it and we're like, it's a body, you know, it's a deceased body. And then once we started wrapping it up, we kind of had to move the body to kind of cover the whole head. And then we saw like a little poop come out. So I don't know. I saw this on South Park. They say like, and it's so stupid, but they say when you pass away, you shit your pants.
I've seen that episode. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. You know, a lot of the bodies that I deal with, you either see pee or poop, and that's just like a fact. You know, I'm just saying it just to clarify. These are actual facts because this is what I do for a living. You're gonna be dealing with a lot of pee and a lot of poo. And then I remember. We have these like, I don't know if you've seen these ambulances, like when they have these like stretchers that are beds where you put the bodies on. That's what we deal with. So we have to kind of put them in the house and maneuver because sometimes there's like very narrow hallways, and this stretcher is like 6-7 feet, you know. So and sometimes you can't maneuver in a like a narrow hallway that's like 3 inches a turn, you know. So sometimes we have to carry the body, and this is one of the houses where we had to do it. So the guy that I was working with, he was like, you know what, we're gonna have to leave the stretcher right here, and we're gonna have to carry the body. And then he was like, so I'm gonna go ahead and carry the head, you go ahead and carry the lower half, and we're just gonna pick it up from the bed. We're gonna carry it to the stretcher.
Like, but he's shitting, so you grab the leg.
Well, that's the hold on. This story is pretty out there. So I'm like, okay, you get the head, I get the lower body. Easy. We're gonna pick it up. We're gonna take it to the stretcher. Pie. So then we go ahead and get started. He gets the head, I get the body. We lift up, and as soon as we lift up, my hand. So I forgot to mention, when you're lifting the lower body, you're supposed to put your hand on the lower back, and then your other hand on like the calves of the feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To kind of support it up, you know, where it's not that heavy. Where I went ahead and put my hand was on the butt. I was going for the back.
That wasn't part of the training. For something.
Okay. But I went my hand straight on the butt, and it's crazy because this man's butt felt like a waterbed. But just this is just a fact for you guys that don't know. Once you pass away, your body starts decaying immediately, and a lot of the insides start liquefying. So your body's basically liquefying every second, every minute, you know. And this was probably this person had passed away about 3 hours, so it's 3 hours of his body already starting to decay. So when I went ahead and put my hand on his lower back, I actually was grabbing his butt, and it was very it felt like a waterbed. And
oh my.
I remember. So
what did you learn?
No, hold on. It gets a little bit more weird. You would think that's pretty weird, but it gets more weird. So that I remember I went ahead and I put my hand on his lower back, but it's actually his butt. And I remember because once I realized it's his butt, I remember I go ahead and put my hand on his lower back. It's actually his butt. And once I realized his butt, because I'm kind of new at this, you know, I haven't been working at this long. So I don't have the etiquette and the complete training.
Do you think any of the family members were like, "Is he grabbing his ass?"
They didn't realize until once I realized, I went, "Ew, that's his butt."
Said it out loud and everything
in front of the family.
Oh my
God. And I remember I looked back at the family, and it was a lot of concerned faces, like well. Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
So, part of the story is I had a family very upset with me because I grabbed their loved one's butt and I complained about it.
Sorry.
And did they report it to the?
No, they don't report it, but I mean they were just concerned, you know, and they were like, "Who are you guys with?" But I had to explain. Well, the guy that I was with, he explained that like, oh, we're training him.
The weirdest thing that could happen to them.
It always happens to Angel.
It's an out there job.
Oh, that's his butt.
I mean, for a job like that, you have to be very considerate, very
Yeah.
Have a lot of empathy, you know, and just have the right character to kind of deal with that. And here I am, a guy that's very like, oh, but
I have a story actually. When I was on break at work, I went to the gas station to get like some energy drink or anything. So when I was there was this girl, and she just went shoulder to shoulder to me. All of a sudden, I'm like, I'm about to get it.
it's going on.
It's going.
Some girl touches your shoulder, like she wants it.
And they're just passing by, bump shoulders by accident.
Oh, she wants it.
Yeah, she wanted. She wanted. No, the thing is, she stayed there though, and then
What do you mean?
like she like shoulder to shoulder just stayed there.
Now, like, what happened? I gotta understand this. So, were you like at the fridges and she was next to you?
Yeah, I was
or
at the
you were-
fridges. I was
okay.
looking for like an energy drink or something because I was fucking tired.
And was she like getting something from the fridge next to you? Because I just
No.
picture somebody walking up next to you and
She
then
was-
just putting their shoulder
she was on her
you.
phone.
I
like
pictured
this.
someone walking by, like trying to get the hell out of the way, and he's like, "Oh, you want it?
No,
She
she
even like bumped into
she,
you. Get the
she
fuck
was
out
Get
of
out of my
here.
way!" Like, "Oh, I know you want it though."
Yep, she wants me.
No, she was on her phone and she started leaning and she was all like, "So how do you tell people that like I'm here so they can pick me up?" And I blah blah. blah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I didn't know what was going on. She texted what the fuck? She was telling me, she was like, how do you text someone where you're at? Like, how do you tell someone what this area is? And I was telling her all that, and she was like, okay, thank you. Can you stay for me for a little while till someone picks me up?
Can you stay with me? Why? She was.
And all of a sudden, the police come. They come in, and they're like, we're looking for this girl.
She texted the police to.
No. She was texting like her friend or something to pick her up. So
She was
can
trying
get
to
out of
run
there.
away.
Yeah, she was trying to run away. And the police come in there like, we're looking for this girl.
So you're telling me that you attract convicts?
No, I didn't know she was a convict.
With that Mr. Rogers face, that's who you attract, Mr. Convicts?
You know me. No, but anyways, the cops say, "Are you with her?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "No, he's with me. Like, he's my best friend. We've got."
If you're gonna arrest me, you're gonna have to arrest
yeah,
him.
like that's the weirdest shit.
You're gonna
So she started saying that she knew
Yeah,
you?
she was all like,
You go
"I
through
know
me,
him."
you go through him. If I get arrested, you might as well arrest him.
And she was all like, "Yeah, he's
the
my
cops
best friend."
taser him.
She fucking runs. No, but like she just kept saying I was with her, and like we've known each other since middle school and everything. So they both take us out. And keep in mind,
Oh, that sucks.
Damn.
keep in mind, I'm still on break from my job,
I'm just trying to get back to work. What's going on?
and then the cops are like, "Okay, well, we're just gonna have you keep here for a minute. Are you with her?" And I'm like, "No." And
I'm just trying to get it.
And then I realized that like her car's there, and she ran out of gas, and she's there at the thing, and they're trying to like tow her shit away, but she's all being like this, and all of a sudden she's like, "We gotta get out of here. We gotta go. And I'm like, "No, stay away from me." It was fucking weird. It was the weirdest
So
shit.
while the cops were there, she was trying to tell you, like, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here?
Yeah. So
Implying
gonna
that
run
you
from the
guys are
cops?
together,
after that,
making your story
they
seem
said-
less and less plausible.
they said,
I know,
"Okay."
that fucking sucks. I don't know her. She's like, let's run.
Come
Let's
on,
just get out
Robert,
of
we
here."
gotta go.
That's exactly how
I
it
don't
went.
know her. We're best friends.
That's exactly how it went. But no, they both let us go because they're like, "You just got to get out of here. We're gonna tow your car." So I get back in my car.
Why was it? Where was her car parked?
Her car was parked in one of the things where you pump gas.
And she didn't have gas in there.
No, she didn't have gas. She didn't have money. Nothing.
Why would you park it there if you have no gas?
Is that why the
know,
cops
like-
came? Was to
I guess she was.
They
They were looking for
complained?
her because her mom came actually, and she was all like, because they still think I'm with her, and they're like, "Please, I'll give you money. Just go take her to an apartment so she can go shower or something. She's been on the run for like days, and she won't come back home. Just like tell her to come back home and everything."
Come on, Robert. You're her best friend. Tell her to come home.
Exactly.
You're like, I don't know you people.
That's exactly. I was like, I'm on break. Don't you see me in my fucking
You're supposed
uniform?
to be her best friend. You're supposed to be telling her to go home.
I was like, I'm on my fucking uniform. I'm on break. Let me go back to work. But anyways, I get in my car.
you're the only one that she'll listen to.
I get in my car.
Her mom was going along with the lie. That's her best friend.
Officer, it's him. No, but I get in my car. I sit down. I close the door. All of a sudden, my passenger door opens. It's her. She throws all her shit in.
Oh,
she
God.
sits
What the
down.
hell?
She sits down in there and she's like, "Let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here. Like, we gotta get out of here."
We're going to Mexico. Come on,
Like,
let's go.
I'm like, "No, yo." They're like, "Okay, you're taking full responsibility of her. Just get her out of here."
So they forced you to
They kind of forced it because like it was a whole 30 minutes, like just conversation of back and forth. I'm not with her. Oh, but she was saying no. Like, he's been my best friend since middle school. We live right next to each other and everything.
Hey, if you don't take her home, we're gonna have to arrest you.
No,
Basically.
but like, for real, like the cops were like, "Okay, you're gonna have to take full responsibility. We just don't want to hear because it's causing a disturbance or something." I'm like, "Fuck." So I did the dumbest shit ever, and I was driving her around on break still, on break, and I'm driving around the neighborhood.
Were you
I'm like,
late to work?
Oh yeah, I was like a fucking hour and 30.
I had to go to New Mexico.
No, but
his boss didn't buy it. You're late again. You're fucking fired. You don't understand. The cops forced me to give this girl a ride.
No, but we were driving around, and I was like, "Okay, where do I turn?" She was like, "What do you mean, where do we turn? You're my best friend. You're supposed to know where we're going."
Was she on something?
I think she was on something, because the first thing she did when we drove around, she was like, "You do crack?"
Okay. That's how you know you have a good passenger. What did you say?
This is the girl that he was trying to shoot a shot with too.
You know how to pick him.
Yeah, you know me. But anyways, we were driving around the whole like 5 minutes. I'm like, "Where do we turn?" "What do you mean? You know."
It's obviously a left.
And I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna just drop you back off at that gas station if you're not gonna tell me." She's like, okay, we'll go to my friend's house. We'll go to my friend's house. Okay, so where do we turn? "What do you mean, where do we turn? You're my
It's
best
our friend.
It's our friend."
Well, my friend lives over here, so I'm gonna turn here.
So then I was like, "Fuck it, I'm 50 minutes like on break. I'm gonna go back to work, have fun at Peter Piper and shit." And she's like,
Here's some tokens.
and then the weirdest fucking thing, she started yelling at me. She's like, "No, do not go here. The gas station's right fucking there. Don't do it. Just drive away. You can drop me off anywhere, just not here."
Where? At Peter Piper?
Yeah, because the gas station's right there.
Why? Because she doesn't like unlimited tokens?
No, but instead I had to drive her to this park.
Do you know what's crazy? One time when I had a Tinder, this was like years ago, I met a girl.
You had a grinder and you know it.
I didn't have a grinder. I had a Tinder.
Okay, a grinder.
Tinder. I picked up this girl. She lived like by the Loma Land Park. Do you know which one?
Yeah, I
the
know
one we
which
used to
one.
play at.
Yeah.
She lived over there, and she was. I just barely messaged her that day. She was like, "Yeah, I'll come pick me up. We'll hang out." And it was probably like close to midnight. And then I go over there and I pick her up, and then she was like, "Hey, I'm pretty hungry. Can you buy me some food?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course. I'm just trying to be good, you know, trying to be a good like."
I think you told me the story before.
I'm not sure if I did. I don't think I told anyone. So then I go to Whataburger and I get her some food, and she was like, once I get her the food, she's like, "It's kind of late. Can you just drop me off?" And I'm like, "I guess." So then, this girl just used me to buy her food. So watch out, Tinder, because it's this chick that's manipulating guys to buy her
He's
food.
like, "Fuck Tinder. I'm going to Grindr."
No, that's not what happened. But yeah, I ended up meeting someone that just wanted food. I bought them food, and that was it. That was
Nothing. Like, you just dropped her off and everything.
That's a typical date if you really think about it. You go with someone, you buy them food, and then you go
Just
home.
drop them off, yeah.
Yeah, but it just
She
sucks.
just sped up the process.
Yeah, no talking, no nothing.
She was like straight to the point.
Yeah, it was terrible.
No.
I'm still tripping at the fact that he still got her Instagram and her number, and then she blocked him.
No, you want to see her? Like,
Okay, let's
okay,
hear.
like you're gonna see her and you're gonna be like, okay,
She probably looks like a crackhead.
maybe.
In his tone, that's a yes.
Maybe.
Let's see. Screenshot that real quick, because I'm gonna put it up on the. Is that legal?
Is this legal?
Probably. She don't watch this.
Yeah, never mind. Just I won't do it. Let me
Nah,
just
do
see.
it.
Let me
She
see a
don't-
picture.
she don't watch this.
No, but I'll show you so you can.
Well, I want
you
to see.
can-
You're
You can
showing
skim
him.
through it, so you can skim through it.
Let me see. That's her?
Mm-hmm.
She don't look like a crackhead.
No.
How old is she? 21?
She's 21. You can see I like some of her posts. Yes.
You're still trying to get it or what?
Of course.
I was expecting somebody with like missing teeth and
You know what, man?
face sucked in.
Last time I talked to you, you've never had a first kiss. What's the deal? You popped that cherry yet or what? Because when I met you, you were very nervous to talk to people.
I'm still nervous to talk to people.
That's nothing like how when I was younger, no?
Have you heard our episodes telling stories about Angel,
Yeah, of course.
the way he was?
But I've told them the same thing, though.
Did you hear the story where Angel was pacing in the cafeteria behind the girl he wanted to ask on a date?
Yeah.
And she knew that he was walking behind her, and he was nervous. I think you were like whispering to you. He was like trying to amp himself up.
Yeah,
Trying to
I
pump
was-
himself up. Do it. Yeah, but he was pacing behind her, and she looked kind of like stiff, like she was just uncomfortable with it. And finally, when he got the burst of courage, he grabbed her by the shoulders and was like,
Do you want to go to the
"Do you
movies
want
with
to
me?
go to the movies with me?" She
No.
was just like, "Don't hurt me."
No,
I'm a virgin.
No, I'm kind
He's
of
got a
like,
knife.
No, I'm kind of like, nah, it's not worth it. I don't know.
You're just like that, bro. He's just like me. That's why I got along with him. Because he reminded me a lot of me. That's why I kind of try to take him under my wing, but then I screwed him over. But I remember this one time there was another girl that you liked at Subway. She was a customer that would always come in. She had glasses. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I think so.
And when she would come in, I would go to the back and I'd be like, "Hey, your girlfriend's here," and you already knew who I was talking about.
Fucking sprint.
And I was like, "Go take care of her and like get her number while you're at it." But he would never do it. He was just like me, you know. He was very shy and timid. But that passes, bro. Once you get older,
Hopefully, we'll see.
the reality of it is, man, is like you just stop caring. Like when I was your age, I was so scared of rejection and I was so scared to like say the right or wrong thing. Remember, Manny?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like my coach. I remember one time when we were at the Silva Vista apartments, and I forgot his name. I don't remember his name, but there was some guy sitting in like on top of like a roof or something, and he was telling some girl, "You have very beautiful eyes."
Oh, I was there. Yeah,
And I was like, "That works," and you're like, "That's what you gotta tell
it
him."
was Cecilia's sister.
Her name was Tiffany.
I don't remember. I just remember she was Cecilia's sister.
You guys were like talking at one point. This was
We
like
were?
years ago.
I was
anyways.
talking to her.
Yeah, Tiffany. I remember you told me that you like one time walked her all the way to like Bassett Mall or something, or she like her house was like by Bassett Mall.
I don't know. I talked to all of them.
I
Remember?
know. I remember one day
I had girls fighting, like physically fighting for me.
she was the
She grabbed Yoshi by
Yoshi's
the
hair
and
out of the
dragged her
pool.
out of
And
the
she was like, "Stop talking to Manny. He's mine."
yeah. And we were enjoying it.
I wasn't there, but you told me.
You weren't there?
No.
Oh, well then the story doesn't count if you weren't there. Oh, do you remember when Yoshi wrote, or we thought it was her, but my name and hearts were like tagged
On the apartment
on
wall.
all of the apartments,
Yeah,
like going
that was
down.
fucking
No
crazy.
fucking way.
A girl.
He had girls crazy. Like they got crazy because of him, and I didn't understand it because I was a cute one.
some girl knew the apartment where we stayed at. So on all the apartments leading down towards her house, that's why we thought it was her.
With mud. She wrote Manny's name with
with
mud.
but big
all over
letters,
the wall.
big letters, and
Like some
on
obsessive
all
shit,
the
like
buildings
some-
going
You're like,
down.
I
Some serial killer shit. Like,
I hope
like
he notices one.
that's his next target. Like he was their target.
Is this the threat?
It was crazy. You remember? It was so crazy. But
It was since the first day we got there. We walked to the 7-Eleven, and then Cecilia was
that was it, right? We were walking.
She was like, "You with the muscles," and I was like, "She's obviously talking about me."
I had muscles back then.
I
still got muscles.
Yeah, we would work out together, but I was wearing a muscle shirt.
Well, it's a crazy story.
Where were we
though.
going with that though? We were talking about
I don't know.
I don't know.
The apartment complex where everything happened.
We were going somewhere with that.
I think me and Angel got along pretty quick at work. It's because he has like the craziest stories, I guess, between you two.
Yeah, we did some crazy shit. But I remember one time I visited you at work, and you were like, "Hey, you want some chips?" And I was like, "No, I'm good." And you were like, "You could take them. They're free." And I was like, "No, that's probably not a good idea. That's how you get fired." And he's like, "They never tell me nothing." I was like, "They're probably going to fire you if they
No,
find out."
They wouldn't because honestly, I was a better employee than you.
Yeah, right.
You were just giving out free drinks and free.
The better
Take a bag of
employee
chips.
vibe,
Take two.
be like,
No.
nah, here's some free shit.
I had a customer that came in. He wrote a letter to like the owner of Subway the saying that I'm the reason why he comes in because of my customer service. Do you remember I like took a picture of it? I
do remember something like that.
Yeah, I took a picture of it because some guy was like, "Do you have a paper?" And I gave him like that cookie bag.
Yeah. And
I was like, "Is this okay?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's fine." And then I gave him a pen and he wrote like a letter to the owner saying that I'm the only reason why he comes in because like right before closing, a lot of people like they'll shoo you out, you know. They're like, "No, we're about to close."
What was that? I think. Oh yeah, it was that. Just keep going.
But he was like a lot of fast food employees, like if it's close to closing, they'll kick you out. Like, "No, we're about to close," you know, or like, "We're already closed." But it could be like 2 minutes before closing, and he would come in and I would make him like a complete order for his whole family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'd go past, like it would be like 20 minutes after close, and I'm still like helping him. So a lot of the times, I was like that with everyone. So that's why I would do some shit that I was not allowed to do because they're not gonna fire me. You know what I mean?
I did a lot of weird shit too after you left, but it was just me working there.
What, you fucked the bread or what?
You know me. No, but no, I just gave out a lot of free shit as well. Like right after he left, because at that point they're like,
"Excuse me,
if you fire me,
you got
who
no
else
one
is gonna work there?" Like
there's always those employees that you know that they're not gonna fire you, so you do shit that you know you're gonna get away with. You ever have a job like that?
No.
Well, we had that was us, right?
That was the job.
Yeah, it's like, you're not gonna fire me, so I would give away free shit, and I knew like, yeah, what are you gonna do? Fire me? I'm like one of your best employees. You know, let me give away this free shit. But because I'd come,
because even worse, he was like, "Manny, I do it all the time." He'll tell me, "People like, come here because they know I give out free chips."
I would give out free meals sometimes if they'd give me a good sob story. Like I had someone come in like, "I just lost my job. I have my girl in the car. I don't have any money. I'm just hook it up, man. Just come on." And I would be like, "Bro, I'm gonna give you 2 foot longs. I'm gonna give you 2. I'm gonna give you a third one. I'm gonna give you a third one to go. Come in every Friday, and I got you, bro." So I don't think Alan watches this, but while I was working with, because that was our boss, Alan, and he was a pretty cool.
Imagine you get like a letter in the mail from Subway suing you or something.
Alan, did I ever tell you that Alan would go to my apartment and he would drink with me?
Yeah, I think he would say that too. That
didn't he live with you for a while too?
Yeah, I kicked him out so you can come in.
Yeah, that's true.
I had my boss living with me, and that's a crazy scenario.
How could he fire you? He'd be like, "Fuck you! You fired me. I'm gonna kick you out."
Yeah, but no, like I just remember
you fired me. I can't pay my half of the rent.
He lived with me one day, and I remember it's just a crazy feeling to wake up because your boss is like kicking you with his foot, like, "Hey, you're gonna be late." You know, he was off, and he was kicking me awake, like, "Hey, wake up, wake up, wake up! You're gonna be late." And I woke up and I was like, "Oh, it's my boss." That's a weird feeling. That's the strangest feeling in the world, to have your boss wake you up like, "You're gonna be late." Most people get the text like, "Where are you?" Me, I had him right there, right in front of me with his foot, like, "Hey, wake up, bro! You're gonna be late." But then I remember I kicked him out. He only stayed the night for one day because I kicked him out so my brother could come with me, because there's only 2 bedrooms, and I was like, "Hey, well, my brother needs that bedroom."
Yeah, we had a good time. That's where we came up with the idea to start this podcast, when I lived with you.
Is that when it was?
Yeah, we were working out. We're doing push-ups in the living room.
Hey, we should do some podcasts. Yeah, that's a good idea. Podcast. Well, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, you remember?
Yeah.
Because we were just like sharing stories, and then we were like, "This could be our podcast, just telling stories."
You know what I remember, actually? Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, and
that's where we had the idea.
Yeah, it happens now.
Yeah.
But do you keep up with Alan or no?
No.
Nah, I wish I did too, man.
I wish I did, and I don't think he works there no more. But
he doesn't work there anymore?
I have no clue. But I mean, if he did, I'd go there.
This is a cool guy, man. Like, this is a cool guy that I would want you to meet. Like, he was pretty cool. Like, that's why we lived together, because I was comfortable enough to be like, "Hey, man, just come over here." Because he was
would you put him on the podcast?
On the next episode.
We should get Alan here, man. Like, that would be really cool. He has some crazy ass stories. He has crazier stories than I do. To be honest, like whenever I would work with him, he would just tell me some crazy shit, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
He was like,
know
"You
what I
thought
mean?
Angel was weird with the stories."
Yeah, this guy, he's lived a life.
Cool. We'll bring him on.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, that's pretty much it. Unless you have any other last minute stories you want to tell.
I have a story of how Angel is like, what happened?
So that's it for Superman.
Yeah. Wait. What?
No, I was just gonna say how we were gonna do this podcast like a month ago.
Okay, yeah.
Oh
A
yeah,
month
we've been trying to
ago.
do this podcast for maybe more than a month now.
Maybe more than a month.
Yeah, every week.
Could I be honest?
Yeah.
Could I be super honest?
Yeah.
I just never felt like it.
Yeah, you weren't fucking asleep that time, were you?
I swear to God, I was already falling asleep. I remember my girlfriend woke me up and she was like, "Your brother's texting you."
All right, let
And
me tell the story just for anybody listening. It was like 10 minutes till, or it was like something like that. We were already gonna record. This guy was already on his way, and then I knew it because I thought, you know what? I haven't heard from Angel. He's not gonna show up. So I kept blowing up your phone, and finally I messaged her, and she was like, "He's asleep." And I was like,
Oh my.
I swear to God, I was falling asleep already. Like me and her were on the couch, and I was already knocking off, or is that how you say it?
No.
Like dozing off.
Nodding off.
Sounds like you're doing something else.
Anyways, I swear to God, I was already falling asleep, and she's like, "Hey, your brother's messaging me that to check your phone," and then I checked my phone and I saw you, and I was like, "Just tell him I'm asleep." Because
Yeah, but then the week after that, you're like, I'm not gonna be able to do it this week. We'll do it next week. And then the week after that, I'm not feeling like doing it this week. We'll do it next week.
Because I never was feeling it. But the only reason why I came today, because I knew I blew you off so much, where I was like, I can't blow him off. It's like
Every time you told me let's do it a different day, I'm already halfway here. So I'm like, God.
Yeah, he was on his
damn
way.
It, Angel.
He was driving here when you
all right,
canceled.
how much do I owe you?
Let's see. What last minute stories do I have? I think we'll just end it with that, no?
Could probably come up with one more.
Do we have any other crazy stories we could tell?
Okay.
I have a little quick story of back in middle school. We barely got like the Chromebooks, the laptops I would give, and you were able to do whatever the fuck you want with it, wallpaper, everything. We went into math class this one day, and this kid was all like, "Look how fucked up my shit is." Like his whole shit was broken, but black screen, right?
Yeah.
Everything's fucking broken, and we were like, "Oh shit, let's show the substitute." We go to the substitute, and we're like, "You ready to witness?" And we opened it up, and his computer turned on, and she was like, "How do you get that on your laptop?" We're like, "What?" We turn around, and it's a full nude lady, like just on his fucking wallpaper.
Well, that's not that hardcore.
He's
You
like-
know, I used to do that shit in
Yeah,
middle
but that's
school.
funny
But, like,
to go to the substitute.
we went to the
you
substitute.
ready to witness this?
You're like,
And
"You ready to
unexpectedly-
witness this?" And she didn't say nothing else. She was like, "How do you get that on there?"
Speaking of substitutes, do you remember Mr. Hart?
We already told this story,
Oh,
Mr.
we
Hart.
did with
Yeah,
Adam,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we told it on 2 episodes.
Eh,
All right,
wait.
go ahead and say whatever you're gonna say.
Potato salad.
No, we don't got no salad one.
So remember that time where like on a Wednesday at like 3 a.m. but like it was the sun was out, so but like I was tying my shoes inside
Shut
out.
the fuck up. He's just bullshitting. One more story. What about that time where Dad was like pretending he was cutting our stomachs open with like a piece of that? You remember where?
I don't know. Tell me that story. I think I kind of remember.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they were like, "Who ate the noodles?" Do you remember? I told my girlfriend that story. That's
it was
why.
over ramen noodles.
Yeah. There was this one time where we were kids. Me and Manny were kids, and my parents were bringing home pizza, but we didn't know that. And we were hungry, so we made noodles and we ate them. And then once my parents got home, they were like, "We brought pizza," and then I think they noticed that we had ate already, and
okay.
they took it to the extreme. Like in a situation like that, like you tell your kids, like, "Hey, I brought some pizza home," and they're like, "Oh, we already ate." They'd be like, "Oh, okay." But our parents are pretty out there. So they were like, "Who ate noodles?" Because I guess they saw it in the trash, and both of us were like, "No, we didn't eat noodles because we wanted pizza." You know,
Yeah.
For some reason, I guess we thought like if we admitted we ate noodles, we wouldn't have pizza. So we were like, "No, we didn't eat noodles." And my parents knew we were lying because one of us ate noodles. You know.
Yeah.
But who was it? Was it me or was it you? You don't remember?
No, I don't remember.
I don't remember who it was, but one of us ate it, and I think it was me actually. Now that I remember, I think I ate the noodles, and I caused Manny some serious trauma. So then my parents are like, "Well, no one's eating pizza until we find out who ate these noodles." And at the time, like, I don't know why, I just wanted to continue to lie and be like, "Well, it wasn't me." So they were like, it was probably like 20 minutes of interrogation, and me and Manny weren't budging, but obviously Manny's not going to budge because he's telling the truth. So it really was me not budging. So my parents went to the extreme just to find out who was lying, and they were like, "We're going to cut your stomachs open to find out who ate the noodles."
Fuck?
And we were getting pretty nervous at that point. We were like, okay, well, and they're like, last chance, who ate the noodles? And both of us were like, not me. So then my parents had us lay down like on the floor, and then I think they blindfolded us. I think they like put something over our eyes, and they're like, all right, we're going to cut each of you open and find out who it was.
Oh my God. I don't remember this.
I swear to God, I remember this because we ended up, this story has a crazy ending.
Okay.
So then I remember they put Manny on the floor first, and then they blindfolded him. And then when you open a can, like when you open a can with a can opener, you can get like that little metal circular thing.
The top part, and
Yeah.
it's sharp.
Yeah, and my dad was like, I have the knife in my hand, but it really had that little circular part. And this, I guess this is like a lesson my parents were trying to teach us, like, don't lie, but they just took it really far. You know?
Don't lie, we'll cut you open.
Yeah. I think they just wanted the truth so bad because they didn't want us to be liars that they had to go to the extreme, but that's how far that we're willing to go through it. So my dad had this little circular thing from the can, and he was like, this is a knife, and I'm about to cut you open.
Oh, my God.
And then I remember they started with you first, Manny, and then they were like, all right, last chance. Who ate the noodles? And obviously Manny didn't. So he was like, I didn't. Then my dad was like, all right, well, let's find out. And then he started rolling that circular thing on his stomach. And my brother started screaming. He was like, no, because he thought he was being cut open.
It had to be Manny first.
And I remember he was like, all right, Angel, you're next.
But you saw him doing the rolling the can? Or
Yeah,
not?
I saw him rolling it on you. They didn't blindfold me. I was watching it. And
So then they were just doing it to me because they thought it was me, or what?
I was so stupid at the time. I thought that they really were cutting you open with that. I was like, that's hardcore. And then I remember Mom took us each in the restroom to interrogate us. And I remember my mom's pretty smart. She was like, your brother already admitted that you ate it. So why don't you just tell me the truth already? Because he already ratted you out. That's what cops do, you know?
Yeah.
That's what cops do to interrogate you. And
every time I'd lie to my mom, she'd do something smart like that. Like,
she'd be like, your brother already ratted you out.
or she would tell me, like, you know how I knew you were lying, and like the craziest, like, most detective thing.
Yeah,
Detective
she
shit.
she had to play detective on her kids because
Yeah,
we were
you
bad.
could not lie to my mom. The smallest details, she would catch it right away.
So my mom was telling me, she was like, man, you already told me that you ate those noodles, so why are you lying to me? I already know the truth. I already know that you ate it. And she probably told you the same shit.
I don't know.
Angel already ratted you out. Angel already told me that you ate the noodles, so why don't you just tell me the truth? Why are you lying to me? Why are you continuing this? But obviously Manny's telling the truth, so he was like, I didn't. And me, I was being the liar, and I had lied so far that I had to continue it, you know, because at that point I can't just be like, all right.
You know, one thing I remember that you lied about, and I got in a lot of trouble. One time we were sitting in the back seat of a drive-through. I don't remember what drive-through, but I remember this clearly. We were at a burger place, Wendy's or something like that, and it was a Silver Streak because we used to go to Silver Streak a lot.
Okay.
And you broke your glasses. You were trying to fix them or mess with them, and you broke the
little side they always break, yeah.
And then he was holding them, and I think he was scared. So you fucking went like this to me. He just bumped me purposely. He went like this. Manny, you broke my glasses.
What a little
and
shit.
then I was like, what? I didn't break your glasses. They were already broken. And then he was like, Mom, he broke my glasses. And then they got mad at me.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember that clearly. And they were really mad. They were like, you know how much it's going to cost for us to fix this? And I was like, I hated you. I was like,
I was like,
liar.
fuck you, Manny. And everyone's like, yeah, fuck you, Manny.
Yeah, and they were like, why would you hit him? Like, you broke his glasses. One time I did break your glasses, though. I punched you in the face in high school one time. I don't remember what class it was. It was in Mr. Carlos's class. That's why I got away with it, because he let me punch you. Mr. Carlos took us to the computer lab for some reason.
He probably wanted me to get my ass kicked. He didn't like me at that time.
It's happening.
It was his idea. It was like, hit him.
Hey, you should hit him.
It's showtime.
That's pretty fucked up. I'd punch him if I was you. But you guys were laughing, and Adam was looking back at me. You guys were both. That's how I knew you guys were up to something. So I got up and I went to you and I was like, what are you guys doing? And I saw you logging into, and then Adam was like, yeah, he's using your email. And then you were laughing. You're like, I'm signing you up for everything. And
I kind of remember that.
I got so mad that I punched you in the face, broke your glasses. And then I stayed after school for ROTC, and then Dad came to pick me up really pissed.
Because I told them.
Yeah.
That's all we did. We just tried to get each other in trouble.
But that's how it always was. Angel would always fuck with me. And then I'd like hit you or do something, and then I would always get in trouble.
We either loved each other so much or we hated each other so much. It was like never in the middle, right?
Did we ever tell how you would always chug? My mom would always buy us one Guzzler from 7-Eleven, a big one for 89 cents.
And then
Angel would say, because she'd say, you guys share it, okay? And Angel's idea, I'm going to drink the first half, and then I'll give
You'll
it to
have
you,
the rest.
and you just drink the second half. And I'd be like, all right. He'd fucking give me an empty container every time. This went on forever.
Then I'd be like, all right, the rest is yours.
Look, I know I did this to you last time. I'm not going to do it this time. Let me drink the first half.
Yeah, but you're stupid for letting me do it every time.
Let me drink the first half, and then I'll give you the second half. And I was like, you're not going to do it? And he's like, yeah, I'm not going to finish it. I'll give you your half. I was like, all right. And then he fucking give me an empty container again. This went on
forever.
You didn't learn?
I never learned.
Point of the story is he's stupid.
Yeah, that's how much Angel would fuck with me.
Yeah. And it's crazy because you would expect that from the older brother, but the younger brother would bully the older one.